What is up, motherfuckers? We back. It's your girl Jess, here to talk about some shit that's been on my heart because it's been so long and I've been extremely busy. But as you can see, we moved out, baby. We out of that bitch. I don't know if y'all know the past year I've been struggling. This space is sacred to me. Although it's temporary and it's just another step in my journey, it's a big one because mentally I was suffering. I was going through a lot. I couldn't even really be creative as much as I wanted to. And now I'm at this point where it just feels so good to have a professional looking space. That's what I wanted to dive into today. I don't think anybody truly understands the actual journey it took for me to get to this point. I think my official title for me would be the lesbian content creator. Like, for me to get so inclusive, it's just mind blowing. Like, it really doesn't feel real that I'm living this life where it's so purposeful. Like, I'm actually fulfilling my life's purpose. I'm actually at that point, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even get here, especially knowing that the entire time from when I graduated high school, I knew to follow my gut. Like, there was always a bigger purpose for me. And no matter what I was doing, I was like, it doesn't matter that I'm doing this right now because this is not where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be fine. And I'm gonna get to where I need to be. I don't know where that is yet, but I'm gonna get there. Like, having a glimpse into my future life and knowing exactly what that looks like, it was surreal. And nothing that everybody was worried about at the time really mattered to me. I really did not care about finding a secure job or getting married or having kids, any of that shit, or going to college, really. Like, I just wanted to do this independent ass thing for me. I hated 9 to 5s. The longest 9 to 5 I ever had was about 2 years, and I was the unhealthiest and unhappiest of my life, for sure. And I was young, so it wasn't a great start for me. I grew up in the suburban town right out of Atlantic City, New Jersey, and from that city gave me the baby steps to where I am today. I'm very grateful that my parents were already kind of living a very freelancer life. Like, I just got used to this gig life. I think I was like 14 or something, and my sister had dance recitals all the time, so my dad would always film them with that old VCR kind of camera. And when he let me do it, I felt like so important. I felt like, ooh, like I did that, I got that footage, that was me, you know. And I started to study it, and then I got into media in middle school and high school. I was like that kid in high school, y'all, and I lived a very good high school experience, which is rare, I feel. Even though I wasn't out yet, I was still having a great time exploring this artistic side of myself. Like, I got my rewards, I got my recognition. I was like the top editor of the goddamn school by the time I graduated. Man, I remember getting my foot in the door in high school by making the basketball recap at the end of the year. When the media teachers saw it and the kids saw it, some people recommended me to them. And you're supposed to go from like certain stages of media to get to the last class, but they let me go straight into media 2 or something. And I was like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I felt special. And then as soon as I got in there, I got my hands on equipment, I got my hands on an iMac, and I really went ham on learning softwares. I remember staying after school many times, just learning on YouTube, like different ways to do stuff. I'm talking about Final Cut Pro 7 and Motion. And eventually I grew to like being able to pull kids out of school, like having passes and just being like, yeah, I got you, let's get out of here. Like, man, if I was out back then, oh, I'd be picking up the, oh man, it was a good time. And then by the time the end of the year, it was like a movie. Like, we had the media awards, and the media awards, everybody played the projects on the big screen in the theater room. I won like 5 awards. I got best editor, best commercial, but like all these things, like I was racking it up. And I even surprised my friend with like a surprise video, and I had a speech for her and everything. It was the gayest thing I've ever done. But even graduating, I got the principal's award for media. I walked away feeling so good. I was like, I'm the king of this shit. So obviously, the step next is to go to college and go to film school. I was in Jersey. My mom suggested California because that's where people go to study film. And I was like, I mean, if you're gonna help, I'm gonna take advantage, you know what I'm saying? So she helped me out a lot. And I went from 1 year of community college back in Jersey, then to Santa Monica College out here. And I studied 1 year of film, and then I transferred to Cal State Long Beach. Cal State Long Beach had Steven Spielberg graduate from there, so they're like known for film. It wasn't no UCLA, but it was up there, you know what I'm saying? Tuition was up there, even just for them 2 years, and I didn't learn shit. You know what I learned? I learned shit that we're never gonna use. I never used to this day in my career. Different programs, writing scripts, all types of things that I didn't really want to do. The whole curriculum is fucked anyway, so it was just like I was learning biology when I just wanted to be behind a camera. It was so stupid. I did a lot of freelancing to this point of college. Back at Jersey, I was at the casinos, I was just with the dancers, I was with events, I was doing all types types of weird shit. I saw a lot of shit. I experienced going to a city at a young age with my shit and just like getting the job done by 2 a.m., 3 a.m. with these grown-ass women. I wasn't anything professional. I really wanted to be, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. It wasn't very fulfilling for me. When I got to California and I started learning, it actually killed everything that I wanted to do for film. And everybody in my life that knew that I was a good editor, like, was so confused. All I kept getting was, why are you not doing film? After I graduated, I came out, I fell in love with a bitch, and I U-hauled back across the country. And what did I do that whole time? I was being gay and stupid, but I wasn't doing film. I was doing personal training because, you know, that was another venture of my life. And I don't regret any of that process. I'm just saying that that's what college can do for people. And learning a curriculum where it's so strict about here's what it is when you get to the top of the film industry, blah, blah, blah. This is what they do. This is what they use. I didn't want to do any of it. I don't ever want to play by the rules. I don't like 9 to 5s. I don't like people telling me what to do. I gotta live this life where people tell me what to do all the time. I have to have a boss. I have to manager or CEO. Like, I don't want to go through people. I've had so many jobs where like just bosses be dicks to me, especially after I came out and I started really finding who I was. I started getting really discriminated at work. I started getting treated really fucking weird, and I really started to just hate this life, like hate my life, and it ate away from me so much. Also, during this time when I was training and I was doing all types of different jobs, I learned a lot about clubs. During this time, I was going crazy at clubs. Like, I was going out every fucking weekend for years. I'm talking like 18, 25. Of course, it was gay shit ever since I came out. Even at straight clubs too, I would go out. I would just go out. I would study bartenders. I would study doormen. I would study owners. I would study every aspect of the club scene. I studied how straight men can be versus gay men or gay women, or, you know, all types of different people that own clubs and how they interact. I really just analyzed the shit out of it, even though it looked like I was just having fun and partying and being dumb the whole time. And my girlfriend at the time hated me because I'd be like, I'm going out again, you going? Like, she just was not about that life. She's older. And I knew when I was personal training, I was like, man, I like this, but it's just not it. So one day, my relationship is going down the drain, my career is going down the drain, and my mentor, who used to mentor me out here, called me. I hadn't heard from him in months. He was talking about this idea of filming, you know, the gym guys, and it was like a whole plan that he had. And even though I didn't like the plan or any of it, it was just strange to me that he did that at this time where I knew like nothing was happening for me and I needed a change, because I usually move, and it was coming up to that time. I just felt it in my soul. So I left. I went back home. I got my shit together for 4 months, and I told myself I'm just gonna buy a new car, because fuck this old car I got. I didn't have a lot of money, maybe $2,000 to my name. And mind you, this whole time I've never really had money like that. With my situation, I was like, fuck it. My dad gave me a deposit for my car for Christmas. I was lucky enough to get that reward and that help, because my parents were hella supportive when it came to this. Like, they knew, like, you know, whatever you really want to achieve, you gotta go find it. And for me to be this age at 26, not knowing what I want to do with my life, it wasn't acceptable for me. I was like, nah, like, I know I'm good for something. I just gotta figure it out. I actually went across thinking I'm just gonna arrive, train people, because that's what I was doing, and a lot of people said they would want me to train them. And also I wanted to go to Crave, and Crave is like one of the biggest lesbian festivals, queer women of color, like the best kind of individuals out there, like at one event during the summer in Palm Springs, California. So I drove out there 5 days before, because I was like, that's gonna be my first thing I'm gonna do. And what I'm gonna do there, I'm gonna network my ass off, and that's exactly what I did. And the whole time I was there, I was behind somebody's booth, I was behind a DJ booth, I was in somebody's room, and putting my name out there and just being cool with them and just vibing. And it just worked so naturally, to the point where as soon as Crave was done, somebody's hit me up for video. Somebody's hit me up for, oh, I got an event, I need a videographer. It was like crazy timing for a lot of things, and it felt like, oh shit, this is happening. I had a really shitty little 4K camera Osmo thing that was like this small, and it connects to your phone. The first night on my major gig, man, at DJ P. Nasty's event, one of the first events I ever did for her, I was nervous as fuck, and I was trying to go crazy on it. I lost my flash, and I lost my phone. Same goddamn night. We had to stop the music and everything, have everybody in panic. My anxiety was out the roof. It was a mess. But I came up with some magic that night. I edited it. I was like, oh shit, this is kind of fun. Like, this is lit. And she saw it. She was like, yo, this is 10 times better than what people have been giving me. And then she was like, I got another event coming up. I need you at too. And then I got this person hitting me up for social media content. People want content. Gay people want content. LA, duh. This is the one place in the world that this can work for me. All of it kind of clicked as soon as I started hearing that over and over. So I was like, fuck it. Finance a new camera, get my shit together, let's do this. I interviewed for several personal training jobs. They weren't just like personal training. It was like a training institution. I got to the last part of the training process 4 interviews later. And at the last process, right before they were about to accept me, I said, nah, I don't want it. It was gonna pay me good too. And I remember being so proud of myself, even though everybody was like, really? And I was like, nah, man, If somebody needs me at a gig, I need to be available. And this is gonna push me to make more money. And that's exactly what the fuck it did. I made myself available, I promoted the shit out of my work, I invested in new equipment, and I started just networking my ass off. That were not only clients, but friends. Like, they're just lit. There's so many talents. DJs, artists, producers, dancers, fucking chefs. Everything that you could think of as a talent, a lesbian does it, and they need content for it. And that's exactly what I do for them. I'm me, man. jkiillem.shots, baby. Hold up. Y'all see this? What does that say? Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. So that you knew, if you don't know, now you know. This is my homie, made this for me. I got a whole new equipment set up. I got a whole new studio space. I'm about to get all types of shit. I'm about to go crazy. For me to get to this point where I rebranded my name, for me to have this many clients where I'm busy as fuck and it doesn't stop, for me to live in so much purpose and so much gratitude, not only in just self-fulfillment, but knowing that I'm providing so much life for others. I'm helping others express their businesses and grow and expand in their lives. It's such a win-win. It's only inclusive to us too, which is the best part. I could be so much farther if I worked with straight people. And in the beginning, it was hard. I was still struggling with my payments and I was still struggling with trying to gain because I kept buying and investing in new shit. But like that gut feeling like I keep talking about, it kept telling me to just keep going, man, because it's gonna take you somewhere. And that's what everybody kept saying to me. Like, man, you got talent. That self-doubt is the only thing that fucks you up. And I think the only self-doubt that I really had was, what am I providing this for? That's what I was missing. Like, the people that need high quality, eye-catching, dope-ass content is queer motherfucking creatives, man. Especially those of color. Especially those who are undermined in this world and underseen. I just saw it so drastically in front of my face all the time. I'm like, why are they not giving you this venue? Why are they giving you this problem over here? Why are you not here in this world? In order for us to get up here, my role in this society, in this world, is to show us who the fuck we are. And that's why I say that all the time, because I'm showing you exactly this person's worth in front of your face. It's powerful. It changes perspectives and it gets people motivated. It gets people wanting to go. It gets people involved. It gets you places. It opens so many goddamn doors, and for me to be the medium for that is crazy. I get to be an artist and an individual at the same time, which is the best part. I don't have nobody up here telling me what to do. I am this person because I have a whole production company now. I went from independently going crazy for me to say, nah, now it's time to pass it forward. Now it's time to teach people. Now it's time to hire people. Now it's time to make money for us. And I decided, like, literally within the same week, I'm like, I'm gonna finally do it. I'm gonna start hiring. I put out an ad on Instagram, and I got a lot of friends that were interested and just wanted to be on set, whatever. And then after that, I started kind of breaking down who can do what and putting roles to people's names and being more accountable, and then starting to pay people. And now I'm gonna start getting to my LLC. And if I could tell y'all the amount of shit I've been through, you would not believe me, man. I always have to warn people about what I do because you can't date me if you weak. I'm around a lot of pretty women, fine ass women who got big old booties, and it's a great life. I cannot complain because when I put that camera and that light on them, they will go crazy for me, and I get to watch it in slow motion. It's not a bad life. But now I'm very professional about what I do. I love what I do, and I love showing women how beautiful they are and how I see how beautiful women are. I also work with some of your favorite creators out there. Probably everybody that you know, I know. Of course, y'all know about Amber's Closet. That's the fam now. We work very closely together. We have actual projects coming out together, and I edit most of her YouTube videos. So if you've seen any of them recently, that is me. And that's one of the best things about what I do, is that my relationships with people are real. They're genuine. I get indoors in places that I never thought I would get into just because I know so-and-so. And it's not like that. It's not about the clout. It's not about the... It's just like, I know so-and-so because we cool. We respect each other. We pay each other. I'm always about shouting people out. I'm always about our community in general. And I think that's why this is so fulfilling for me. And the best part is I want to expand. And I have big plans for us. And not just for the smallest group in LA, but for the entire world. I want to see change before I die on this earth. I want spaces for us. And I want to make sure that we're passing the wealth to us. Funneling that and keeping it within our community, because that's what it's really all about. We're the most undermined, like I said, and we need to start growing within each other and supporting each other, small businesses, all that shit, so that we are corporations. We are CEOs. We are up here to the point where people have to come to us. Straight people have to look to us now. That's where I want to be, because these clubs don't care about us, y'all. I've been fucked over many times. People just not paying me, people leaving me, ghost, all types of shit out here. I did a lot of shit for the low, and I did a lot of shit where I had to prove my point, and I had to make content to show people what the fuck I can do. So it was a lot of eating dirt at first, but now I'm up here, man. I'm feeling good. And it's only up from here because I have way bigger plans and make sure that I have a full-blown studio production company company, all types of shit, so that, you know, when a lesbian wants real fucking content, you got me and my team. You got us now. It's not no dirty guys. And what better to film a woman than a woman? There's nothing better. Because we see it, we get it, I get it. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be able to provide for us, and I feel so good nowadays. I'm happy y'all are seeing this side now, and I'm glad to be back. More shit to come on other channels with other big names. I'm not gonna say nothing now, but just be on the lookout, because you're going to come up. Not just for my media, my production company, but for me. I'm on TikTok too. Follow my TikTok, follow my production page. We're gonna have better days. That's because of us working really hard for y'all. Thank you for listening. Peace.